Segment F2 extends approximately 12 miles from State Highway 249 to Interstate 45 in northwest Harris County. This artist's rendering shows the ultimate proposed interchange at State Highway 249, about 1/4 mile south of Boudreaux Road. The construction of the interchange would be phased, with frontage roads and main lanes being built first. Direct connectors may be constructed at a later date. From there, the alignment continues east, crossing the proposed realignment of Boudreaux Road, a county road project. On- and off-ramp access is proposed at this location. The alignment continues east, north of, and adjacent to the Pinecrest and Three Lakes East subdivisions. After passing over Huffsmith-Corville Road and the BNSF Railroad north of Northern Point, the alignment turns northeast, entering the Glenlock Farms subdivision. On- and off-ramp access is proposed at this location for Boudreaux Road, Glenlock Forest Drive, and Champions Forest Drive. The Grand Parkway would be a landscaped, 4-lane, controlled access toll road that typically would not have frontage roads. Frontage roads would be constructed only to provide access at interchanges and to provide continued access where access already exists, such as along Boudreaux Road. The alignment would pass south of Cottage Gardens, Sugarberry Place, and Glenwillow. As the alignment approaches Hooks Airport, the alignment curves slightly, staying adjacent to the Inverness Estates subdivision before reaching FM 2920. This rendering shows the proposed design at FM 2920, looking southwest along the alignment. On- and off-ramp access, frontage roads, and main lanes are proposed at this location. While the frontage roads remain at ground level, the main lanes would go under FM 2920, so that the roadway would not impact the controlled airspace at Hooks Airport. North of FM 2920, the alignment would turn east, generally parallel to FM 2920 for a short distance, south of the Willow Trace and Miramar Lake subdivisions. The alignment continues eastward, crossing the proposed Lakes of Avalon subdivision and the northwest portion of Klein ISD property, north of the new ISD Krimmel Intermediate School. The alignment turns northward, crossing the Boudreaux, Spring-Stubner, Kirkendall intersection. On- and off-ramp access is proposed at this location. The alignment would continue northeastward under the Center Point power lines and over Northcrest Drive. These renderings show a view of the alignment near Klein Oak High School. The right-of-way would be approximately 650 feet from the high school property, while the distance from the nearest building to the pavement is approximately 1,200 feet. From Northcrest, the alignment turns eastward to intersect Gosling Road, about 600 feet south of the Union Pacific Railroad. On- and off-ramp access is proposed at this location. The alignment would pass through the Hydes Crossing subdivision, south and adjacent to the Fox Hollow subdivision, and over Rothwood Drive. From this location east to I-45, the Union Pacific Railroad tracks would be moved approximately 600 feet to the north. The alignment would be north of the Spring Klein Baseball Park and south of Fox Hollow. Following the existing railroad and power line corridor, the railroad would be adjacent to the Grand Parkway alignment on the north side. This rendering shows the proposed typical layout of the transportation and utility corridor through the Mossy Oaks area. The corridor would include a 100-foot right-of-way for the Union Pacific Railroad track, a 400-foot right-of-way for the Grand Parkway, the power transmission line easement, and the drainage ditch. This corridor would follow the existing railroad and power line corridor through the Mossy Oaks subdivision. Mossy Oaks currently lies on both sides of the existing railroad and power line. The alignment would continue eastward, passing north of and adjacent to Forest North and Forest Ridge subdivisions, and through the south side of Union Pacific's proposed intermodal rail yard. The relocation of the railroad would provide at-grade rail access to the proposed rail yard and would move the railroad away from the communities of Forest North and Forest Ridge. On- and off-ramp access is proposed for future Halsworth Road, a project listed on the City of Houston Major Thoroughfare Plan. The alignment would then turn north and cross over the railroad. The relocated rail would return to its original alignment west of I-45. The roadway alignment turns northeast parallel to an existing pipeline corridor, then east for a perpendicular intersection with I-45 midway between FM 2920 and the Hardy Toll Road. A common misconception about the Grand Parkway is that there are not enough access points. As proposed, there would be 9 access locations consisting of 15 on-ramps and 14 off-ramps in the 12 miles between SH 249 and I-45. Access to the Grand Parkway is proposed in the following locations: SH 249, Boudreaux Road, Glenlock Forest Drive, Champions Forest Drive, FM 2920 near Hooks Airport, Kirkendall Road, Gosling Road, Future Halsworth Road, and I-45. Segment G extends approximately 13.7 miles from Interstate Highway 45, or IH-45, in northern Harris County to U.S. Highway 59, or US 59, in Montgomery County. This artist's rendering shows the ultimate proposed interchange at IH-45. The construction of the interchange would be phased, with frontage roads and main lanes being built first. Direct connectors may be constructed at a later date. Beginning at IH-45 between the Hardy Toll Road and FM 2920, the route crosses IH-45 parallel to and south of the Reliant Energy overhead power lines. The route follows the power lines eastward along a strip of land set aside by the developer of the North Gate Crossing community. The route will cross over North Gate Crossing Boulevard and then over the Union Pacific Railroad tracks. Still following the overhead power line easement, the route continues east to an interchange with the Hardy Toll Road, then eastward across Spring Creek, and then northeast so as to follow Riley-Fuzzle Road. This rendering shows the proposed design at Riley-Fuzzle Road, looking southwest along the alignment. On- and off-ramp access, frontage roads, and main lanes are proposed at this location. Continuing northeast along Riley-Fuzzle Road, Riley-Fuzzle will become a frontage road in the northeast and southwest bound directions parallel to the Grand Parkway. The route passes along the north side of the Spring Trails community and the south side of the Fox Run community to an overpass at Rayford Road. Continuing northeastward, still following Riley-Fuzzle Road, to an overpass at future Burnham Woods Drive. Then south of the Legends Ranch community, north of the Bender's Landing community, and south of the Creekside Village community, to an overpass at future Townsend Road. The route turns gently eastward toward a crossing of the San Jacinto River. The frontage roads may be continued to a U-turn at the San Jacinto River Bridge to provide access to the existing sand and gravel operations that used Riley-Fuzzle Road today. Crossing the river, the route turns due east across undeveloped land to a crossing of a future extension of Riverwalk Boulevard in a proposed section of the Riverwalk community, continuing east, passing north of the Cumberland community to an intersection with FM 1314. This rendering shows a view of the alignment at FM 1314, looking east along the alignment. On- and off-ramps and main lanes are proposed at this location. Going eastward from FM 1314, the route is south of the radio towers and the Winchester Place community, and north of Cumberland West subdivision. Eastward, there's a proposed overpass at Erica Drive in the Timberland community, then turning southeast, crossing White Oak Creek, then turning back to the east through the New Valley Ranch community, toward an intersection with US 59, adjacent to the existing Community Drive overpass. This is near the New Caney ISD Administration and High School Complex, the East Montgomery County Improvement District facility, and the new Montgomery County R.B. Tullis Library. A common misconception about the Grand Parkway is that there are not enough access points. As proposed, there would be 9 access locations consisting of 16 on-ramps and 16 off-ramps in the 13 miles between IH-45 and US 59. Access to the Grand Parkway is proposed in the following locations: IH-45, Hardy Toll Road, Riley Fuzzle Road, Rayford Road, Burnham Woods Drive, Future Townsend Road, FM 1314, Valley Ranch Thoroughfare, and US 59.